My beloved listeners, seekers of tranquility, let's embark on a journey to transform your bedroom into a true haven, a sanctuary where your mind and body can truly rejuvenate. However, and this may surprise you, many of us unwittingly keep items within these sacred walls that disrupt this very peace, impacting not just the quality of your sleep, but your overall harmony. These seemingly harmless objects, lurking in your personal space, can subtly weave threads of stress, stagnate the flow of vital energy, and, believe it or not, even influence your financial well-being. Understanding how these everyday items impact your environment and making simple, mindful adjustments can lead to profound improvements in your daily existence. Watch closely, for the secrets to a peaceful bedroom are simpler than you imagine. 1. The comforting presence of pets snuggling in bed. A common practice among many who cherish their animal companions, offering warmth and a sense of connection. However, from the perspective of truly restorative sleep, animals, with all their endearing qualities, tend to be restless sleepers. Their constant shifts, turns, and occasional nocturnal sounds can fragment your sleep cycles, preventing you from sinking into the deep, replenishing rest you so desperately need. But that's not all, my friends. Pets also carry allergens, dirt, and bacteria, which can subtly undermine your respiratory health and irritate sensitive skin. From an energetic viewpoint, sharing your bed with a pet can create an imbalance, potentially drawing away your personal vitality. In Buddhist wisdom, we understand that our surroundings and the energies they hold profoundly affect our inner peace. The Buddha himself emphasized mindfulness not just in thought and action, but also in the environment we cultivate around us. Just as a cluttered mind leads to suffering, a space out of balance can create disturbances in our lives. The presence of pets in the sleeping area can introduce an element of constant motion, making it more challenging for your mind and body to fully settle into a state of serene rest. The revered Dalai Lama wisely said, "A disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering." This profound truth also resonates with our sleep habits. By cultivating discipline in our sleep environment, we nurture a deeper peace within ourselves. 2. Old, worn-out pillows. They might seem insignificant, mere cushions for your head. Yet, they play a crucial role in your nightly comfort and the alignment of your spine. Over time, pillows lose their essential support, leading to poor posture, nagging neck pain, and restless, unsatisfying sleep. And consider this, they become havens for bacteria, dust mites, and allergens, silently contributing to sinus congestion and skin irritations. Now I'm going to tell you the most important thing. The Buddha often spoke of the vital importance of self-care as a pathway to maintaining mental clarity. Just as an impure mind breeds suffering, an unclean or unsupportive sleep environment can disrupt our inner equilibrium. There's a story from ancient Buddhist teachings about a monk who journeyed for years with a single, threadbare sleeping mat. His wise master eventually reminded him that while simplicity is virtuous, neglecting one's physical well-being can hinder spiritual growth. This profound lesson applies directly to our pillows. Neglecting them can lead to chronic discomfort, subtly poisoning our daily lives. Investing in a high-quality pillow, carefully chosen for your unique sleeping position, is not mere indulgence. It is an act of self-compassion. When we lovingly care for our physical bodies, we simultaneously nurture our minds, ensuring we awaken refreshed and energized to greet each new day with mindfulness and purpose. 3. A work desk in the bedroom. It may seem convenient, a way to maximize space, but it subtly introduces an element of stress and mental clutter into your sanctuary. While having a workspace within your private haven might seem efficient, it disrupts the very relaxing energy so essential for deep, undisturbed rest. The mere presence of unfinished tasks, looming papers, and glowing electronic devices keeps your mind subtly engaged, making it profoundly difficult to fully unwind and let go of the day's burdens. Buddhism deeply emphasizes the importance of creating clear boundaries between work and rest to maintain inner harmony. The Buddha once shared a powerful parable about a man burdened by a heavy sack of rice on his back, attempting to walk through a peaceful forest. Even amidst the serenity of the path, he could not appreciate its beauty, weighed down by his load. Similarly, when we allow the energies of work to intrude into our restful spaces, we carry stress into our personal sanctuaries, making true relaxation an elusive dream. Creating a distinct separation between work and rest is absolutely crucial for your mental and emotional well-being. If completely removing the desk is not feasible, consider using a room divider, a simple folding screen, or even just draping a cloth to gently cover your workspace each night. This seemingly small practice acts as both a symbolic and physical separation between productivity and relaxation, allowing your mind to fully transition into a state of peaceful rest. These small, mindful adjustments can cultivate a deeper sense of tranquility, enabling you to awaken feeling genuinely rejuvenated, rather than mentally drained by the lingering energy of unfinished work. 4. Clutter and unnecessary items. They accumulate, seemingly harmlessly, yet they create a subtle sense of chaos and stagnation. A messy bedroom can make it incredibly difficult to relax, insidiously contributing to feelings of anxiety and even, believe it or not, financial blockages. Clutter traps stagnant energy, preventing fresh opportunities from flowing into your life like a clear stream. A well-known Buddhist principle teaches us that the outer world is a direct reflection of our inner world. Just as a cluttered physical space leads to a cluttered mind, an organized and harmonious environment fosters clarity and inner peace. The wise Zen master Shunryu Suzuki once said, "When you clean your room, you clean your mind." The simple act of decluttering can become a profound form of meditation, a practice of letting go, both physically and mentally. Consider this image. Imagine a river flowing freely, carrying fresh water and vital nutrients. Now, picture that same river blocked by fallen branches, rocks, and debris. The water stagnates, and life within it begins to suffer. Our personal energy works in a remarkably similar way. When clutter accumulates, it disrupts the natural flow of positive energy, causing stress, indecision, and even financial hardship. Feng Shui, an ancient practice that focuses on aligning our surroundings with positive energy, also powerfully supports this concept. A clutter-free bedroom invites fresh opportunities, sparks creativity, and fosters emotional balance. Decluttering doesn't have to be an overwhelming task. Start small, perhaps with one drawer, one corner, or one shelf at a time. Gently ask yourself, does this item truly serve a purpose in my life? Does it bring me genuine joy? If the answer is no, then lovingly release it. Donating, recycling, or gifting unused items creates a beautiful sense of generosity, reinforcing the Buddhist practice of detachment and understanding impermanence. A clean, minimalist bedroom fosters peace, enhances creativity, and invites positive energy to flow freely. With fewer distractions vying for your attention, your mind can truly relax, allowing for deeper, more restorative sleep and greater inspiration to blossom. As you clear physical space, you simultaneously create mental space, making room for new opportunities, improved health, and a profound sense of well-being. 5. A laundry basket in the bedroom, especially one overflowing with clothes. It subtly reminds you of unfinished tasks, a silent to-do list that lingers in your subconscious. This constant, low-level reminder creates unnecessary stress and actively disrupts the calming atmosphere so essential for quality sleep. Additionally, dirty laundry can harbor bacteria and contribute to poor air quality within your sanctuary. In Buddhist teachings, there is a strong emphasis on cleanliness and order as a pathway to inner peace. The esteemed Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh wisely said, "The way you do anything is the way you do everything." If we allow our daily responsibilities to pile up, whether it be physical laundry or mental clutter, we invite a sense of unfinished business into our lives. The mere sight of a laundry basket brimming with clothes can be a subconscious reminder of all the tasks left undone, keeping your mind restless even as your body attempts to relax. Lao Tzu, the revered founder of Taoism, once taught that nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished in its own time. By establishing small, mindful habits, such as doing laundry regularly and keeping our sleeping space clear and uncluttered, we align ourselves with the natural, harmonious flow of life. If at all possible, relocate your laundry basket to a different room, or at the very least, keep it closed to maintain a fresh and tranquil bedroom environment. This seemingly small change can have a profound impact, bringing a tangible sense of completion, clarity, and deep peace into both your living space and your mind. 6. Expired beauty products. Often overlooked, they can accumulate unnoticed, yet they subtly introduce negative energy into your personal space. Beyond their potential to cause skin irritation and even infections, old cosmetics and skincare products symbolize stagnation. Clinging to expired items reflects a subtle unwillingness to let go of the past, blocking the flow of new opportunities and fresh energy. The Buddha profoundly taught that attachment to impermanent things is a primary source of suffering. Just as we sometimes cling to past regrets or material possessions that no longer serve our highest good, holding on to expired beauty products is a subtle, yet powerful reflection of an inability to release what is no longer beneficial. This stagnation, whether it manifests in our physical space or within our minds, actively prevents growth and renewal. In Zen Buddhism, the concept of Shoshin, often translated as beginner's mind, emphasizes approaching life with openness, deep curiosity, and a willingness to embrace change. Regularly clearing out expired beauty products becomes a small, yet deeply meaningful practice of this profound philosophy, letting go of what no longer serves us to create space for new, nourishing experiences. It is not simply about skincare. It is about cultivating a mindset of renewal and consistent self-care. By making it a mindful habit to review and discard outdated products, you create space for better things to enter your life, whether it be healthier skincare choices, fresh perspectives, or an overall enhanced sense of well-being. The simple act of decluttering your beauty products can become a symbolic ritual of release, inviting transformation and positive energy into your daily routine. 7. Old and broken electronics. Whether it's an outdated phone, a remote control from a long-gone device, or a tangle of forgotten cords, they contribute to a pervasive sense of disorganization and stagnation. These objects take up valuable space, silently gather dust, and disrupt the natural energetic flow of your bedroom sanctuary. Furthermore, even non-functional electronics may emit low-level electromagnetic frequencies that subtly interfere with the delicate balance of your sleep quality. The Buddha once spoke eloquently about the profound importance of simplicity in leading a peaceful life. In our modern world, outdated and broken electronics are a significant form of material clutter that can weigh us down, both physically and mentally. Just as we consciously release unwholesome thoughts in meditation, removing non-functional items from our physical space creates room for mental clarity and new possibilities to emerge. A famous Zen saying wisely reminds us, "Let go, or be dragged." Holding on to obsolete technology is often a subtle reflection of our attachment to the past. Whether it's an old phone that evokes memories of better days, or a broken remote that we keep just in case, these items, much like unresolved emotions, create stagnation in our lives. By consciously recycling or properly disposing of them, we actively practice non-attachment, making way for fresh energy and innovation to enter our lives. One practical step you can take is to set aside dedicated time to assess all electronic items in your home. Gently ask yourself, do I truly use this? Does it still serve a meaningful purpose in my life? If the answer is no, then lovingly release it. Many cities offer e-waste recycling programs that allow for the responsible disposal of electronics. By taking this mindful action, you not only clear physical space in your environment, but you also cultivate mindfulness in your relationship with material possessions. A clutter-free space encourages mental clarity, enhances efficiency, and fosters deep peace. Just as a monk keeps only what is truly necessary for their path, adopting a mindset of simplicity with our belongings allows us to experience greater freedom and profound tranquility in everyday life. 8. A television in the bedroom. It might seem like a harmless source of evening entertainment, but it significantly impacts your precious sleep patterns. The blue light emitted from screens actively disrupts melatonin production, making it harder to naturally fall asleep and drastically reducing the overall quality of your sleep. Additionally, engaging in dramatic or stimulating content right before bed keeps your brain overly active, preventing it from winding down and preparing for rest. The Buddha often spoke of the profound power of stillness and mindfulness. Watching television late at night can become a distraction that keeps the mind restless and agitated. The mind, like still water, should be allowed to settle to reflect clarity. Just as muddy water must be left undisturbed before it becomes clear and transparent, our thoughts need quiet time to reach a state of peace. The constant stimulation from television actively prevents this settling process, leading to mental exhaustion and fragmented, unsatisfying sleep. A simple yet powerful practice is to remove the television entirely from the bedroom or, at the very least, cover it at night to create a clear separation between entertainment and restorative rest. This seemingly small change can lead to deeper and more restorative sleep, allowing you to awaken feeling truly refreshed and fully present for the new day that dawns. Your bedroom should be a sacred space dedicated to rejuvenation, free from distractions that pull us away from mindfulness and essential rest. 9. Open water containers left overnight. They may seem utterly insignificant, but they collect dust, bacteria, and stagnant energy. In traditional energy practices, stagnant water subtly symbolizes blocked financial flow and a lack of clarity in your life. In Buddhism, water beautifully represents the mind, fluid, adaptable, and possessing great depth. However, when water sits still for too long, it becomes murky and lifeless. The same principle applies to our personal energy. If we allow stagnation to accumulate in our surroundings, it reflects stagnation within ourselves. The Buddha once compared a restless mind to a glass of muddy water. He wisely taught that if we simply allow the water to sit undisturbed, the mud will naturally settle and clarity will inevitably emerge. Keeping open water containers in our bedrooms subtly introduces stagnant energy, much like allowing unresolved thoughts to clutter our minds. Opting for a closed water bottle instead of an open glass can maintain cleanliness while supporting a more balanced and harmonious environment within your sanctuary. This small yet meaningful change reinforces mindfulness and allows for a clearer, more peaceful state of being. 10. Mirrors facing the bed. They are often discouraged in energy balancing practices due to their inherent ability to amplify energy. While mirrors can beautifully enhance natural light during the daytime, at night they may inadvertently create restlessness, disturbing the tranquility of your sleep. The direct reflection of your bed can symbolically double energy, making it more difficult to fully relax and surrender to peaceful slumber. In Buddhist thought, mirrors are often seen as potent symbolic portals to self-reflection. While this quality is incredibly beneficial during meditation and practices of self-awareness, having a mirror directly reflecting your bed can inadvertently create restlessness. The Buddha wisely taught that what we consistently focus our attention upon, we eventually become. If we are constantly surrounded by reflections, we may struggle to detach from our incessant thoughts and find the inner stillness so essential for deep rest. If relocating the mirror is not a practical option, simply covering it at night can significantly reduce its energetic impact and create a calmer, more peaceful atmosphere. This small yet effective change can promote deeper relaxation, allowing your mind to fully unwind and gracefully transition into restful sleep. The key to a truly peaceful bedroom lies in consciously cultivating an environment that fosters stillness, clarity, and mindful rest. 11. Bookshelves above the bed. While seemingly practical, a way to save space, they can subtly create a sense of subconscious pressure as you sleep. Having heavy objects looming directly over you while you sleep can contribute to feelings of anxiety and disrupted, uneasy rest. Even if the shelf is securely mounted, the psychological weight of stacked books can subtly prevent you from fully relaxing and surrendering to sleep. In Buddhist philosophy, the profound concept of letting go is central to achieving lasting inner peace. The Buddha once shared a poignant analogy of a person carrying a heavy sack of stones, struggling with each weary step. When asked why he carried such a burden, he realized, with a sudden flash of insight, that he did so purely out of habit, not out of genuine necessity. Similarly, having bookshelves positioned directly above your bed symbolically represents the mental weight we unknowingly carry. Unfinished tasks, accumulated knowledge, or obligations we have yet to release and process. Books are powerful symbols of wisdom and learning, but their placement within your space can significantly influence the energetic flow of a room. A cluttered bookshelf positioned above your bed may unconsciously remind you of unfinished learning or intellectual pressures, making it more difficult to fully unwind and quiet the mental chatter before sleep. Moving bookshelves to another area of the room or creating a dedicated reading nook can effectively free the sleeping space from this subtle mental burden, fostering a more peaceful and genuinely restorative environment. 12. Placing the bed under exposed ceiling beams. This design choice can inadvertently create an oppressive atmosphere within your sanctuary. In traditional energy practices, beams are believed to exert a downward pressure, potentially leading to stress, persistent headaches, and disturbed sleep. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that our external environment is often a direct mirror of our inner state. Just as a heavy burden carried in the mind can manifest as physical and emotional distress, heavy beams positioned above our bed represent an external manifestation of this subtle pressure. The Buddha often spoke of the vital importance of lightness and freedom, freedom from attachments, freedom from burdens, and freedom from unnecessary stress in our lives. Sleeping beneath these beams may unconsciously remind us of unresolved tensions or the perceived weight of responsibilities we carry. In the same way that we consciously let go of negative thoughts in meditation, we can actively release the oppressive influence of beams by mindfully adjusting our environment. The Buddha taught that when we are truly free from attachments and unnecessary burdens, we experience authentic peace. If physically moving the bed is not a feasible option, consider creatively using a canopy or draping soft fabric gracefully over the beams to soften their energetic impact. This simple change can powerfully transform the energy within your bedroom, promoting a deep sense of security and profound relaxation. By consciously creating a space that allows for lightness, both physically and mentally, you invite restful sleep, inner peace, and mental clarity into your life. 13. Sleeping with doors or windows open. It might seem like a harmless habit, perhaps even refreshing, but it can actually introduce unpredictable and chaotic external energy into your personal space, disrupting the essential stability of your bedroom environment. While fresh air is undeniably beneficial and important for our overall health and well-being, it's equally essential to recognize that at night our bodies and minds deeply require rest, profound peace, and protection from external disturbances. In Buddhist philosophy, there is a deep understanding of the importance of consciously creating a harmonious space, as it directly and profoundly influences our internal state. The Buddha often emphasized the significance of cultivating an environment that truly supports tranquility, both physically and mentally. For instance, he spoke of the 4 establishments of mindfulness, which includes mindful awareness of the body, feelings, the mind, and mental objects. This comprehensive practice of mindfulness extends far beyond what we experience solely within ourselves. It also involves deeply understanding the subtle, yet powerful influence of our surroundings on our inner peace. Imagine a story from Buddhist teachings about a wandering monk who arrived in a small village nestled in nature. The village was remarkably peaceful and serene, and the monk felt an immediate and profound sense of calm envelop him. However, as night gently fell, the village's doors and windows remained wide open, unknowingly inviting all the sounds and disturbances of the night to permeate their homes. The monk sat down in the very center of the village, seeking to meditate deeply, but he felt the unsettling effects of the chaotic external energy, which began to disrupt his focus and inner peace. He realized then that in order to meditate deeply and access his true mindfulness, he would need to create a protective boundary, a sanctuary, between the inner world of his meditation and the unpredictable external world. Just as the monk needed to create an environment of stability and sanctuary for his practice, so too do we need to ensure that our bedroom environment is secure and shielded from unnecessary disturbances. When we sleep, we are in a vulnerable state, and having open windows or doors can inadvertently expose us to erratic energy from the outside world. In the same way that the monk had to mindfully close himself off from external distractions to reach inner peace, we can consciously create an environment that promotes truly restful sleep by closing our doors and windows each night. Buddhism teaches the fundamental importance of stability in our lives, and when our external environment is unstable or chaotic, it directly influences our mental state. The practice of maintaining a stable, peaceful environment can be beautifully likened to cultivating mindfulness in meditation. Just as we gently focus our awareness on a single point to calm the restless mind, closing doors and windows ensures a still, undisturbed space where the flow of energy is balanced and carefully controlled. In traditional practices such as feng shui, the deep-seated belief is that open windows and doors at night can inadvertently invite shifting and unpredictable energies into the space. These energies, often viewed as potentially disruptive, can significantly interfere with the harmonious flow of positive energy known as qi, preventing it from circulating freely and nourishingly within the room. When the flow of energy is unbalanced, it can lead to poor sleep quality, persistent restlessness, and an inability to relax fully and deeply. Keeping doors and windows closed at night actively helps to protect your bedroom from these external influences, fostering a calm, secure space where you can rest peacefully and regenerate your vital energy. The Buddha often spoke with profound wisdom about how our external conditions, when left unchecked and unexamined, can deeply affect our internal world. He taught that a peaceful mind truly begins with a peaceful and harmonious environment. By taking the simple yet mindful step of closing your doors and windows at night, you are sending a clear signal to both your body and mind that it is now time to rest deeply without the interference of external forces. This conscious act of mindfulness ensures that the energy within your space remains balanced and that your body can fully relax, allowing for deep, restorative sleep. Ultimately, The practice of keeping doors and windows closed while sleeping is a small yet profoundly impactful action. It creates a tangible sense of security, actively protects your precious energy, and fosters the deep sense of peace and profound relaxation needed for proper and restorative rest. In Buddhist teachings, there is a consistent focus on the importance of safeguarding your inner peace and protecting your energy from external harm. By mindfully closing your bedroom's entryways to the outside world, you are nurturing both your body and mind, ensuring that you awaken truly restored, refreshed, and ready to face the world with clarity and balance. 14. Religious or spiritual artifacts placed at the foot of the bed. It may seem like a comforting way to keep sacred symbols close, perhaps offering spiritual protection or guidance during sleep. However, this specific arrangement can sometimes create an unintended energy imbalance, subtly disrupting your peaceful rest. While these artifacts are deeply meaningful and carry profound symbolic value, the direct facing of sacred symbols while you sleep can generate subconscious tension, making it more difficult to fully relax and enter a truly restful state. In Buddhist teachings, there is a deep understanding that our environment plays a crucial role in shaping our mental and emotional state. The Buddha often spoke of how attachment to objects, whether physical or spiritual, can create imbalance in our lives. While sacred objects represent enlightenment, profound compassion, and wisdom, when they are positioned too close or too directly involved in our personal space, they can inadvertently remind us of unresolved emotions or create expectations for ourselves, even during the quietude of sleep. This kind of subtle mental tension, no matter how subtle, can interfere with our ability to rest deeply and peacefully. Let's reflect on a story from Buddhist teachings. A monk who had dedicated his entire life to meditation and spiritual practice once visited a remote temple nestled high in the mountains. The temple housed many sacred relics and statues, which were carefully placed in every corner of the ancient building. The monk, seeking even deeper insight and clarity, spent many days diligently meditating within the temple, but found that each night he inexplicably struggled to sleep. He was perplexed by his inability to rest despite the undeniable sacredness of the place. After discussing his concerns with the wise head monk, he learned that many of the relics in the temple were placed in a way that inadvertently caused the energy within the space to become imbalanced. The head monk gently explained that while sacred objects should indeed be deeply honored and revered, they should not dominate the space where one seeks essential rest and rejuvenation. They needed their own designated area within the temple where they could be fully appreciated without overwhelming the personal space intended for tranquility. In this poignant story, we learn a valuable lesson about the mindful placement of sacred objects. The monk's inability to sleep was not caused by the relics themselves, but rather by their proximity and the subtle subconscious pressure they exerted. In a remarkably similar way, placing religious or spiritual artifacts directly at the foot of your bed can create a mental and energetic tension, even if you do not consciously acknowledge it. The powerful symbolism of these objects, while deeply meaningful, can inadvertently remind you of spiritual goals, duties, or expectations, leading to an underlying sense of responsibility or striving that keeps your mind subtly active when it should be quiet and still. The Buddha taught that true peace arises from detachment, not only from material possessions, but also from attachment to symbols and expectations, even those that are spiritually oriented. He once profoundly said, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." If we place sacred objects too close to our sleep space, we may inadvertently allow them to dominate our thoughts and intentions, even as we sleep. This subtle influence might not allow for the mental detachment needed for a truly restful and peaceful mind. Instead of placing these objects directly at the foot of your bed, consider mindfully dedicating a special space, such as a side table or a small altar, where these artifacts can be appreciated and honored without overwhelming your sleep space. By creating a designated area for these powerful symbols of spirituality, you can honor them in a way that is deeply respectful and mindful while also preserving the sanctity of your personal rest. This mindful practice allows the sacred symbols to remain close to you, but not in a way that disrupts the delicate balance of your bedroom environment. In this harmonious manner, we can align our personal space with the profound teachings of Buddhism, which deeply emphasize the importance of balance, inner harmony, and mindfulness in all aspects of our lives. Just as a dedicated monk consciously creates a sacred space specifically for meditation, you can mindfully create a serene, peaceful environment for sleep, free from the subtle energetic imbalances that can arise from excessive attachment, even to sacred symbols. The Buddha's timeless wisdom teaches us that the key to a harmonious life is not found in overindulgence or excessive attachment, but in recognizing when something, even a sacred object, has the potential to subtly disturb the inner peace we so deeply seek. Thus, by setting aside a specific area for your cherished religious or spiritual artifacts, you are consciously creating space for both reverence and profound relaxation. You can continue to honor these objects in a meaningful way while ensuring that your sleep space remains calm and conducive to deep rest, free from the subconscious pressures that these symbols may unintentionally bring. The peace you seek during sleep is just as vitally important as the peace you strive for during your waking hours, and mindfully balancing these essential elements will help bring a greater and more profound sense of overall well-being into your life. 15. Dead or artificial plants. They may seem like convenient decorative choices, requiring little care, but they often contribute to stagnation rather than enhancing the vital energy within a space. While dead plants symbolically represent decay and a loss of vitality, artificial plants, though often visually appealing, inherently lack the life-giving properties that real greenery naturally brings to any environment. In Buddhist teachings, there is a deep reverence for the natural world and its inherent energy, and this profound perspective encourages us to mindfully surround ourselves with objects that actively promote life and vitality rather than those that reinforce decay or lifelessness. Consider a revealing story from Buddhist philosophy. A wise Zen master once instructed his devoted students to meditate within a beautiful garden, vibrant with a rich variety of living plants, fragrant flowers, and tall, graceful trees. Each student was asked to observe the plants closely and deeply reflect on their current condition. One eager student, feeling the urge to impress the master, carefully picked a particularly beautiful flower and proudly placed it inside his personal room. However, the flower soon wilted, and its vibrant energy visibly faded. The perceptive master noticed this subtle change and gently asked the student to reflect deeply on the flower's current state. You have inadvertently taken the life out of the vibrant garden and placed it into a small, stagnant space, the Zen master explained with compassion. True vitality exists in profound connection with the life force of the world that surrounds you. Life, much like this delicate plant, should be allowed to grow and flourish naturally within its interconnected environment. The student learned a valuable lesson that day. It was the living environment, the surrounding plants, the fresh air, the nourishing sunlight, that truly nourished the flower, not its isolated position inside a confined room. In the same profound way, dead plants placed within a room can subtly drain the vibrant energy of the space. They indeed remind us of impermanence, a core Buddhist teaching, but not in a way that encourages acceptance and growth. Instead, they symbolize a lost vitality, a missed opportunity to actively nurture life. Just as the student inadvertently removed the flower from its natural, life-giving habitat, a dead plant or artificial greenery effectively removes the potential energy and vibrant life force that could have otherwise been present. Artificial plants, though often visually appealing and requiring no maintenance, often merely mimic the outward look of nature without possessing the true essence of living life. These inert objects might superficially look real in the traditional sense, but they cannot actively interact with their environment, purify the air we breathe, or contribute to the overall vital energy of the space in the same transformative way that real plants can. The Buddha spoke frequently and eloquently of the profound interconnectedness of all things in existence, noting how the energy we receive from our surrounding environment can deeply and profoundly influence our overall well-being. Real, living plants, with their natural ability to purify the air and release vital oxygen, actively create a space that fosters growth, rejuvenation, and vibrant health. In fact, certain plants, such as peace lilies or snake plants, are well known for their remarkable ability to absorb toxins from the air, significantly improve indoor air quality, and create a tangible sense of balance and harmony within a room. There is an ancient Buddhist saying, "Just as a flower does not pick and choose the bees that come to it, the bright moon does not choose which lotus to illuminate." This wise saying teaches us that true beauty and genuine vitality do not seek to control or dominate, but rather to exist harmoniously within the natural flow of life. Similarly, real, living plants do not impose their energy upon a space. Instead, they gently contribute to the natural flow, bringing life, balance, and a sense of vibrant well-being. When we consciously choose real, thriving plants for our environment, we are actively choosing to align our personal space with the natural rhythm of the living world, which is fundamentally essential for both our spiritual and physical well-being. Incorporating plants like peace lilies or snake plants into your bedroom space is a particularly powerful and mindful way to invite healing, vibrancy, and a sense of living connection to nature. These remarkable plants not only demonstrably improve air quality, but also create an atmosphere that feels genuinely alive, welcoming, and deeply nurturing. Just as Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of mindfulness in nurturing the environment around us, caring for real plants becomes an act of mindfulness in itself. Mindfully tending to their needs, witnessing their gentle growth, and consciously cultivating a space of peace, vitality, and interconnectedness. In Buddhism, the profound concept of impermanence wisely teaches us to let go of attachments to things that no longer serve our highest good, yet we are consistently encouraged to embrace life and vibrant growth in their natural and unfolding forms. A thriving, living plant serves as a constant reminder of this continuous cycle of life, growth, and inevitable renewal. By consciously choosing fresh, living plants over artificial ones or dead foliage, we actively invite a nourishing flow of positive energy into our homes that powerfully supports our mental clarity, physical health, and deep spiritual well-being. This seemingly simple yet profound choice can make a lasting and transformative impact on the overall energy of your space, creating an environment that genuinely fosters peace, vitality, and a deeper, more meaningful connection with the wisdom of nature. In the same way that we thoughtfully and carefully curate our thoughts and actions to align with mindfulness, it becomes equally essential to consciously cultivate a sleep environment that actively supports tranquility and deep rest. Whether it is being mindfully aware of the placement of our beloved pets, the condition of our old pillows, or the overall organization of our bedroom space, these seemingly small but profoundly significant actions foster a greater sense of inner balance and harmony in our lives. The Buddha's timeless wisdom reminds us that our immediate surroundings are often a direct reflection of our inner state of being. By mindfully nurturing a harmonious and peaceful space, we not only actively promote better and more restorative sleep, but also significantly strengthen our vital connection to inner peace and overall well-being. By consciously and deliberately choosing to surround ourselves with elements that consistently support calm, balance, and a sense of harmony, we can effectively foster a truly restorative environment where both our body and mind can genuinely rest, regenerate, and awaken refreshed to greet each new day with clarity and purpose.